really good at graphing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw myself, oh no, my markers. I'm going to draw myself a coordinate plane. Coordinate planes look like this. I have an x-axis. I have a y-axis. And I'm going to put little marks here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all the space I have. Now, coordinate planes are made up of, oh, and by the way, make sure if you're on Google Meet, make sure you click on my screen and pin it so that it gets larger so you can see better. Anyway, they're made up of 4 quadrants. Okay. Quadrant 1 is the quadrant on the top right. Those are the points that if I were given a positive, and remember, points are given to us in XYs. So a point would be given to us in XY format. So quadrants, or quadrant 1 would be given to us as a positive X number and a positive Y number. Okay. Quadrant 2 is going to be given to us. And by the way, it does seem out of order. It does go this way. I'm not wrong here. Instead of going like left, right, or whatever, it goes here and then works its way counterclockwise, the opposite of a clock. Quadrant 2 would be a negative X value, positive Y value. So like negative 3, 5 or something like that would be in quadrant 2. This is quadrant 3. And those are the points given to us as a negative X and a negative Y. And last but not least, we have quadrant 4. And those are the positive X values and the negative Y values. So if I'm given a point and it asks me to graph a point, what I have to do is look at the positives and look at the negatives, look at the positive on the X, look at the negative on the Y, take that information and graph my point. All right, so I'm going to leave that up there for a few more seconds so you can just breathe it all in and be like, okay, okay. So now let's actually graph a few points and see how we do that. Okay. I've never seen a 0 before. Well, this is the positive X value, which means I go right 5 spaces. And then that's a 0, which means I don't move. So the 0.50 means I go right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, put a dot on the line, don't move, call it E. That 0 means that 0 for Y means I don't move up or down. How about negative 20? Negative 20 means I go left 2 spaces and I go up or down, nothing. So I go left 1, 2 spaces and I just stop. So now my 0 is an x value, which means where do I go, left or right? I don't. I just don't move left or right. And since it's a positive y value, I go up 3 spaces. So go left or right 0, and then go up 1, 2, 3, put a dot there, and call it G. And if I just wanted to do more, because why not? I could do H, and I'll let H be 0, -4, which means I don't move, and I go down 4. Don't move, go down 4, call it H, bada bing. Okay, fun. Coordinate planes are fun. Ooh, let's make it trickier though. Too easy. Too easy. Let's make it a little bit trickier. All right, so X, Y, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's make these numbers go by twos. Oh no, what am I doing? What's wrong with me? I must be crazy. I must be crazy. Just a little bit. These go by twos now. Because why not? It's my board. I get to do what I want. So I have what? HI, we're at letter I. And let's call I 410. So now the numbers are getting big. I is 410. So I'm going to go right 4 up 10. Right 4 means 2, 4. It doesn't mean 1, 2, 3, 4. It means over 2, over 4, up 1, up 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So I is right there. Okay. J. Negative 2, 0. What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean indeed? This means move left 2 and then stop. Left 2 and then stop. And that's J. So 4, -3 means I go right 4. So if L is -5 and -7, I'm going to go left 5, down 7. So left 5 looks like this: 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, 6, 7. So it's like in the middle of everything. Now, unfortunately, my picture is never going to be as good as I'd want it to be because I'm drawing it on a whiteboard, and so not everything's going to be accurate and perfect. But I think it looks pretty decent. And sometimes that's all you need is just to look pretty decent. Am I right, bros? Of course I am. All right. The purpose of what we're doing is getting ready for chapter 4. And a lot of chapter 4 involves fractions and drawing lines and solving for y. So today's focus is going to be the coordinate plane. We'll look at subtracting some numbers, because even though it might seem random that, oh, we're just subtracting a bunch of random numbers, that's okay. And then we're going to look at simplifying fractions. And if we have time, we might do a solve for y problem once or twice just to get our beaks wet, if you will. So we're going to simplify I know I can divide the top and the bottom by 2, but you know what else I can do? I know I can divide the top and the bottom by 4. So the numerator becomes 4 and the denominator becomes 5. And I can't go any further than that. Problem 9. It's pretty obvious. Now remember, with problem 9, it's improper. And so what I want to do is I want to simplify it, but I want to keep it improper. So I'm going to divide the top by 5. I'm going to divide the bottom by 5. 25 divided by 5 is 5. And 15 divided by 5 is 3. It's improper. Leave it that way. Problem 10. Oh my gosh, it's a negative. Who cares? Keep it negative. I can divide the top by 2. Great. I can divide them both by 4. Great. I could divide them both by 8. Great. I could divide them both by 16. Great. You know what I can do too? I can divide everything by 32. And you might just be like, well, wait a minute. If I divide by 32, I'm just going to get negative, because it's negative, 2 over 1, which is just negative 2. It sure is. Sometimes when you simplify fractions, you get a whole number. And in this case, we did get a whole number. So we're going to do 2 bonus problems to end the day. Okay, the chapter 4 review video talked about these 3 things: graphing, simplifying fractions, and subtraction. We're going to do a bonus 2 problems. Everybody's favorite, the solve for y problems. So this is problem 11. I have to get y all by itself. So this is what I do. Is y all by itself? No. What's in the way? Negative 3x. So I have another variable floating around. I guess I can't do it. Of course you can. In order for me to get rid of a negative 3x that's floating around, I have to do the opposite of negative 3x that's floating around and add 3x to both sides, cross u out. Y is now alone on the left. Do 5 and 3x combine? No, because one has a variable and the other one doesn't. You have a variable and you don't. What I'm going to write out is I'm going to always put my variable first. And you may not know why. You may not understand why. And I did this in chapter 1, where instead of saying 5 plus 3x, I did 3x plus 5. And you may have wondered why. You will find out in chapter 4 why I always put my variable first. And guess what we're on next? Chapter 4. So that's one bonus problem. let's do a second bonus problem. Y is all by itself. We're going to do another one, and we're going to make it worse. Is Y all by itself? No, not even close. I have a 2 attached to it, and I have a 4x floating around. Which one do I get rid of first, the 2 or the 4x floating around? Always get rid of the thing that's floating around. The 4x is floating around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract 4x, and I'm going to subtract 4x, and that cancels out these guys. Drop down the 2y, drop down the equals. Do -8 and -4x combine? No, because one has a variable and the other one doesn't. So I'm going to always write out the thing with the variable first. So I'm going to write out -4x first, and then I'm going to write out -8 or -8. It's the same exact thing. How about now? How about that? Is Y all by itself now? No. What's in the way? 2. So since 2 is being multiplied to Y, I have to divide everything by 2. Cross U out. Y equals. Can I simplify -4 over 2? Yeah. -4 divided by 2 is -2, and then X comes along for the ride. Can I simplify -8 divided by 2? Sure. -8 divided by 2 is -4. Is Y all by itself now? Sure is, sure is, sure is. Sure is. And that's it. I hope you didn't hear my wife literally yelling out, "Poopy, where are you, Poopy?" My son got a poopy emoji costume, and so he's been running around the house making fart noises. And I guess it's time for him to go back to school on the iPad. And so my wife yelled, "Poopy, Poopy, where are you, Poopy?" Oh, having 5-year-olds is great. And a 2-year-old. And a newborn. All right. That's it for today. Let me stop. Hold on. Let me stop the recording.